our session of Reclaim Your Health. Oh. And so guys, we're fortunate today to have Leah from doTERRA Corporate, Business Development Manager, join us, fly in just for us. Gives you guys these beautiful notebooks and pens, and we're so blessed to have you, and we're so thankful as well. So now, despite being on 3 different teams, this marks the 3rd event that the 4 of us, Mapuana, Mona, Millie, and myself have done together and collaborated, right? We work well because we all have different strengths and we actually balance each other out.
Mostly.
But I truly feel, what'd she say?
I said mostly me. I'm the balance of all you think.
I truly feel though that exemplifies the supportive culture that we have with doTERRA. I mean, being on different teams and still collaborating and working together, this is what we want, right? And so our aim today is for you to not only experience the remarkable presentation and opportunity that doTERRA has, but also immerse yourself in the unique culture, the integrity, and build your belief with doTERRA on this as well. And with that, we're going to pass it over to Leah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leah. We're so excited.
Guys, thank you so much for coming, even though it's raining outside. I'm from Hawaii, so rain, I should be outside playing in the rain. But this is a cold type of rain, so we're gonna stay inside. But I am Leah Malanga, and just as Kathy said, I am the business development manager, and I work at doTERRA Corporate. So today we are going to take a dive into the business aspect of doTERRA and the potentials that you could be earning, but also what you are giving as you're building your business. Building the business in doTERRA, we wanted to make sure that it's a 2-part where you're earning, but we're also helping thousands of different families, both here in the US, but also globally all over the world. But don't worry. I know sometimes when you hear doTERRA business, you're like, it's not for me, right? How many of you have ever felt that way? Yes, see, just about everyone, right? But today we are gonna just tippy-toe into the business part. I am a very simplified person, so I want to make sure that this is as simple for you as it is for me learning it. So with that being said, this is a very safe space. Any questions that you have, please stop me, interrupt me, raise your hand, okay? We're all friends here. We all want to learn a little bit more. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So this is what we're going to learn in our first piece of the business training. I'm going to introduce why doTERRA, what makes us different. We're going to talk about a few learning objectives, how to get the most out of this experience, and we are going to do a little follow-up. So hopefully you folks were asked a few questions before coming here. And then we're going to talk about one of the resources and benefits that doTERRA has offered and has just started, which is called Refer a Friend. Now, in each training, in order to make sure that we understand it, we have to take action. So we're going to do a few role-playing things here and there. And that's just to make sure that we can also comprehend what we are learning, okay? So to get started, I love to focus everything on a why. And this is my why. I've been working for doTERRA for 11 years, and I can't see myself working anywhere else. As a busy mom of 5, I am also going to school, trying to finish my bachelor's degree in business management. So life is a little crazy right now, but I absolutely enjoy it. I have, like I said, I have 5 kids. My oldest is 9 years old and my youngest is almost turning 2. And I just enrolled my oldest into soccer, so just add something else to my life, you know, why not? Why not? After I did that, my son said, Mom, I want to take singing lessons. And I said, you got it. I'll support you. But why am I sharing that? I am sharing that because that is what doTERRA is all about. We're all about supporting each other. And like I said, supporting everyone else around us. So the first thing that I want you to think of right now is why. Why am I here? Why did I even want to start thinking about doTERRA? Why do I want to start thinking about doTERRA? Is it because of the products? Or is it simply because of what you heard about co-impact sourcing? If you've heard about that. Anything about the business aspect, anything that touches your life, think about your why, okay? Who is doTERRA? doTERRA is the world's largest essential oil company. How are we the largest essential oil company? It's because we have the pure tested products. We are a privately owned company, and we're also a debt-free company. Just as a little background story, when our founders first started, they wanted to go on Shark Tank, and they wanted to see if anyone else could help them. But as they were talking, they thought, we don't want anyone else to own this company besides us. So just as business owners started digging into the business side, they took out a lot of their home equities. They spent all of their 401ks just to start this company. We have 14 million and growing customers globally around the world. We have over 4,000 corporate employees globally, and we have more than 20 offices around the world today. So why doTERRA? Who knows? Oh, well. I guess I messed up on that part. Sorry. But doTERRA means gift of the earth, right? Do, gift, terra, the earth. How many of you have been touched by this gift? If you have not, come and find me. I'll be happy to give you an essential oil experience, or better yet, find those who invited you to this business experience. You are here today because of these individuals, because they want to help touch your life so that you can touch others. As doTERRA keeps growing, our one hope, our one mission is to change the world one drop, one person, one community at a time. And I'm gonna focus in on Mom. She was able to join us at convention and go on stage for a little bit. I also want to share a little bit of my why with you folks. So we have a program and a foundation that's called doTERRA Healing Hands. The founding executives envisioned a global impact by providing tools for self-reliance to communities aiming to empower individuals and transform lives through healing and hope. Their ongoing commitment to establish a pattern of giving reflects a dedication to creating positive change and making a meaningful impact on a global scale. I have personally been touched by doTERRA Healing Hands. So as you may have heard, the island of Maui in Hawaii was tragically injured by a devastating fire. And I say injured because as a very proud Native Hawaiian to the land, it wasn't only our people who was affected, but it's also our land, our aina. It's where we get everything from. That is why I am so grateful for these oils, because I can connect them back to my culture. I can connect them back to my grandmother, who taught us all about the turmeric plant and how it can help me. Then we had turmeric oil, and my mind was just like, okay, yes, this is why. This is exactly why. But, sorry, back to my story, derailing. I know, going back. But doTERRA was able to help over 200 families by creating little homes for them. When the fire started, the island of Maui and the mayor and the governor, they thought, okay, for everyone who has been displaced from their home, we can put them into the hotel. They were able to stay in the hotel for about 3 months until they had to get evicted so that we can allow tourists back in to Maui and to start traveling, because that is what Hawaii is based off of, is a lot of tourism. So a lot of the questions and worries were, what are we going to do with these displaced families? We were able to partner with a foundation called the Sake Foundation, and together we were able to create about 200 homes. And there were other things that we were able to touch many lives with, just through doTERRA Healing Hands. And so that is another reason why I am still here and why they will have to push me out of doTERRA, is because they have taken care of my family. So now I need to take care of their family. Okay, so jumping back into our business portion. Learning objectives. What is the Refer a Friend program? Why should I be using Refer a Friend in my business? Where do I go to access and share my Refer a Friend link? Okay, so we're gonna dive into those. How to get the most of this experience? Trust that this is a safe space, just like I announced earlier. No judgment zone. There's going to be a lot of engagement in order to learn. Ask questions. A well-educated mind will always have more questions than answers. Okay. Take notes. So doTERRA was able to provide us with these beautiful notebooks. So please make sure that you are taking notes. If you have questions and you want to write the questions down and come and find me after, you're more than welcome to. Or I am always going to refer you to talk to the person that invited you here today. Okay. And then last, we're going to make a plan during this time as well. Okay, so pre-work, follow-up. How many of you were asked these 3 questions? How often do you share doTERRA with others and why? What prevents you from sharing doTERRA more often? And what would help you feel more confident in sharing doTERRA more often with others? I feel like we're a little silent right now. So this is where we're gonna have audience participation, okay? Kathy, Mapu, if you guys want to answer, please join in too, okay? Altamona, thank you. Yes. So how often do you share doTERRA with others? How often do you even think about it? Let's start there. How often do you think about sharing? Yes.
I think about it like every hour that I'm awake.
Good.
I wake up and put frankincense on my neck and the back of my neck, and I share it every day with people, just because I'm a hairstylist, so.
Wow,
So every
awesome.
day I share it with people.
Awesome,
And
thank
it's
you.
Really, really good, yeah.
Yeah, why do you share it?
Because I completely believe in it. So it's made such a difference in my life.
Yeah.
I was introduced to it probably 10 years ago.
Wow.
And ever since then, it was just like, I've been probably in every network marketing thing that there is.
Yeah.
And so when I signed it, my husband was like, are you joking me? And I'm like,
Got
okay,
another
this is for
one.
my health. I'm doing
Yeah.
this for my health, and I haven't turned back.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the evidence of it.
That's awesome.
She's our metapower queen.
Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Well, this is my sister, so she introduced me to doTERRA.
Awesome.
And when I was 16, I got mono, and the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and it wasn't from kissing a boy. There's another way to get mono, I'm not gonna say. But the doctors couldn't figure it out, and all they kept doing was giving me antibiotics, which feeds mono. And so now I have Epstein-Barr because it developed test. So my mom took me to a naturopath, and natural medicine saved my life. So that's my why for doTERRA, because and like my sister, I 100 believe that doTERRA has the best oils. It's an awesome company, and I don't get to share it daily because I'm talking about the audience all the time.
Yeah.
But anytime I hear anybody have any kind of an issue, I know there's an oil for that. I am the epitome of, I have an oil for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's me.
Please be the epitome of it. That's what doTERRA is all about, right? In order to share, you have to have that personal connection, that personal testimony, so that you are able to share your own education about it. So thank you. So if you don't share, what prevents you from sharing?
I feel like a lot of times people just kind of get in their own way. They're afraid to, you know, feel weird or whatever, you know, and, you know, when they're talking about, oh, I don't feel like, you know, maybe they don't want it or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like my daughter, we took her to the oral surgeon to get her wisdom teeth out, and I was like, well, I'm, you know, putting essential oil. Oh, you shouldn't use essential oil. Anyway, but use essential oil on her, and you're not gonna tell me what to do with my daughter. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's,
I didn't go get him a TK Maxx, so.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's the truth
Yeah.
with me too. When I first started, it was like, so what do you do for a living? Because I quit my job to do this full time, and I was like, I sell oils. I don't even want to say it, and now I just say that I represent a health and wellness company, because we've come so far in the 8 years I've been with doTERRA. It is not just essential oils, and I explain it's a science company too.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to build with you guys today, to build the belief in that, to not feel like I did. Now I'll tell the doctor,
Yeah.
oh, it's not a pulled muscle. I drank frankincense and lemongrass. It's something else.
Yeah. Exactly. All of these things is what we all feel, right? When I first started, I will say I have never done the business. However, you will not shut my mouth up about essential oils now at all. When I'm on the plane, I always have a beautiful sharing opportunity. And I say that's the beauty of traveling with doTERRA. So I'm also earning doTERRA money. You're welcome. But whenever I'm on the plane, even in the grocery store, I always give my kids our little hand sanitizing gel, our On Guard hand sanitizing gel. And we're walking around and people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, this is actually a very non-toxic hand sanitizing gel for you. Would you like to try some? I unfortunately give my bottle to them and then I have to go buy another one, but that's another sharing experience, right? That we can all have. So sharing doesn't only have to stay between those who you love, because I feel like those connections are always a little harder to talk about, right? You can do it anywhere and everywhere. Okay, so what is Refer a Friend? Refer a Friend. This program was created to help our valued sharers to doTERRA dollars, or to earn doTERRA dollars, sorry. So refer a friend. You don't have to build a team. You don't have to build a business, and there's no commitment to it. We heard our leaders, we heard a lot of our customers, and the hardest part is growing a team, right, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
Hardest part is growing a team. Hardest part is being able to share and connect. And so we wanted to make it a little easier for our sharers to earn a little bit more income, because let's be honest, it's a little crazy out there. Even in Utah, inflation has gone up. I'm sorry, I should not compare Utah to California.
Yeah.
No, please don't. All right, guys. My in-laws get me all the time when I say that. But the refer a friend program is so easy. Once you love the products, you have and you've built your own testimony about it, you start sharing, right? Once you love something, you want to share it. Once you love a piece of this beautiful apple, you want to share it, right? Oh my gosh, this is so good. Have you tried it? It is so sweet. The biggest thing in our office right now at doTERRA is the cotton candy grapes. Everyone loves it, so we started sharing it, right? So once you share, you can start earning. Once again, there's no commitment and you don't have to build a team. So how easy is it? doTERRA will provide you a special link. So once you've enrolled with doTERRA, whether you're a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate, those are two different types of accounts that you can have at doTERRA. You can have a special link. This is a special link. So referral.doterra.me/your specific ID number. Then you can give it to a friend. When this friend enrolls, they have free shipping. They have a free membership. They can even get a free diffuser with their oil or with their order if they wanted to. We are Oprah. If you were at our last Reclaim Your Health event, I described doTERRA as Oprah because we give out a lot of free things, and sometimes it makes me nervous, but I'm like, hey, it's working. Free, come on in. So we give a lot of free memberships. We give a lot of free diffusers. And why do we give the free stuff?
So people can have different things to try.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're going back to the sharing. Even doTERRA is still sharing because we believe in the product so much that we want everyone to take a deeper dive into the products. So besides the free membership, we want, or the free Oprah things here, we want to make sure that those who are sharing, they're also getting a little love. So if you enroll someone brand new, if you're a wholesale customer to our doTERRA family, you will get 20% off of your first enrollment, 20% back, okay? Now, what does that mean? What is the potential earnings? You can earn up to $600, doTERRA dollars. I'll go into that a little bit more, but you can earn up to $600 doTERRA dollars when you enroll 30 people with your link and you enroll them with 100 PV. PV is almost similar to doTERRA dollars or to money. So just think about it that way, okay? But this is just like an easy pathway to get to $600. And this is an easier pathway to get your products purchased. Now, once you get to a certain point, that's when you should really start thinking, if I can share with 30 people, and if I'm making $600, just think about the potential that you can make even after that, even upgrading your account so that you can start the business. Now, what are some benefits? Your new member, like I said, will get their first year of membership for free. The membership is valued at $35 just by using your personal link, okay? They'll also get the free diffuser and free shipping. For wholesale customers, you get 20% in doTERRA dollars. doTERRA dollars, you can purchase anything that you can think of. You can use it towards shipping. You can use it towards the tax. Your order will literally be free, okay? Or at least you can get some things knocked off of your total there. And then as a builder, so if you're interested in building the business and you have people on your team who is sharing, that benefits you as well. So you can get something that's called Fast Start. And that's another commissions that you can earn. I'll jump into that later too, because doTERRA, we don't just stop at one type of commission. We have commissions built upon commissions, built upon commissions, built upon commissions, because you're sharing, we want to help you, okay? So that's what the builders get, and they get new people on their team. Do you guys love new people joining a team? Yeah.
Very much so. You like
I mean, these are my crazy people and I love them to death. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of their team? But this is just a simple breakdown of what the potentials, or what you can get, what you can start earning, when you start using Refer a Friend. So if you're a wholesale customer, who here is a wholesale customer? No? Oh. Y'all, I was about to say, okay, let's just jump on to the next presentation. Keep going, right? Okay, so as a wholesale customer, if you guys start enrolling individuals, you can get 20% back from orders, okay? Who's wellness advocates in here? Okay, perfect. As a wellness advocate, you can get 10% back. And then level up from you will get 3 or 5% back. So everyone is still earning something, okay? And this is just all within the first 60 days of this person's new enrollment. Does that make sense? Am I losing people?
No.
If I am, please raise your hand, okay? Now, when you're a wellness advocate, there's more that you can earn, more potentials, okay? But like I said, we'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, now, this is the next steps. This is the action part of our training today, or our session. So, because when you learn something, in order to make sure that we do it, we have to just role play it out a little bit, okay? So, find an accountability partner, whoever's sitting next to you. You cannot leave this room to find your accountability partner. If you want to make
There's someone in the bathroom.
Yeah. Going in the bathroom. Okay. Okay, so make sure you have an accountability partner, okay? And today we are going to see how to invite people, okay? Before we jump into that, I promised that I would talk about where you can get your referral link, right? As a wholesale customer, even as a wellness advocate, you guys have referral links too, so that it's super easy, super usable, okay? So when you log into your account, you can go up to your beautiful picture. If you don't have a picture, put it up there. We love to see it. And then you're gonna have a little drop down that you can just click on, get my link. And there's your link, okay? Or, like I said, you can do it as easy as it's just typing it in. referral.doterra.me/your ID number, okay? One amazing tip that I heard from our founders retreat that just happened this week, is leaders will literally walk around with QR codes. So that if they see somebody, they can just scan their phone. As simple as that. Okay, I'm a huge Dodgers fan, so if you're not, I'm sorry. But
Well, you are in, you know.
we can be
close.
I know.
Good thing, Leah.
I know, married into a great family. But I'm not biased. This is my favorite player right here, Max Muncy. So Prospect Max, we're gonna use him for an example. Okay, this is where we are going to talk, to mingle, and making sure that we understand. We're gonna do a little bit of role playing, okay? So who am I? Max has a specific health concern. You can think about that health concern in your head, okay? He is open to trying natural solutions. I'm also manifesting that I can get the Dodgers to sign with doTERRA and partner with us. Yes, manifest it with me, please. He also heard a little bit about doTERRA, but he's still on that side of it's witchcraft, it's all hippie. I don't know if I want to try, but I do want to try, okay? And he's open to sharing. If I like it, I'll go ahead and do it, okay? So Here's some questions for you. Why is he a good candidate for the Refer a Friend program? How can you get started to introducing him to the Refer a Friend program? What would you say? Okay, so talk amongst yourselves. I want you to role play and think about how would you get Max to, one, be open to clicking on your QR code or even going to your link, your referral link. And how can we help him to get started? Okay, ready, go. We're gonna take about 2 minutes. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I am serious. Yes.
Do it out.
Okay. You girls are both fine, so. So, you just want, like, a new vitamin store just opened up next to me, and it was a sole proprietorship, so I knew I could go in, it wasn't GNC, right? And I just introduced, went in and talked to her and talked about, oh, I'm into natural solutions too. And I didn't push, I said what I did, and then as soon as she goes, oh, isn't that one of those LLMs? But I'll just continue to go back and talk, you know what I mean, like.
Oh, yeah.
So as soon as someone said, oh, is it one of those LLMs? I know what it is. And then when you say it like that, because it's reality, sure.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
And you're here's the manager in your office, and you're the employees. It's the same difference, right? And I knew nothing about this stuff when I started, and everyone said pyramid scheme, and I'm like, I lived in the 80s, and that's when I handed people money for nothing, and hoped that somebody would make money. So I just, when they say that, like I said, oh, it's the MLM, and I just say, yes, it is. And if you don't elaborate on it, they're kind of like, because they're looking for that argument, right? So I just say, yes, it is, and then they're just like, oh, I got nothing, because she didn't come back at me, right? And I just did it like that, and then I continued with whatever.
So like really the part where he's open to trying that.
But, right, and so where would you start?
Yeah. So that I was.
I
Yeah.
I have aliens,
Yeah.
right? I know that you play, and you must have some muscles all the time, right? That's kind of, like, I can't even imagine how sore you are after a while. I don't know, I don't know what it was. Because if he's a picture of his arm muscle, right, or whatever it is, so, so you ask the questions, let them tell you, and then you can suggest.
So I
Yeah.
So like the two, right?
Yes, girl. Yes. And giving them just an experience for me, girls, because I met both of your boots, right? So me with boots, what is the thing I do? I don't sample. My sample is, you want a little quick pick me up, and I put a drop of peppermint, and I have it. That's an experience. I woke you up, I energized you, I helped you focus, and if it's a hot day, I just beat you down. That's an experience, right? And so that's why I always just say, hey, you want a little quick pick me up, and I just scoop around, that's who I am, But it just to, and that's just give them a little experience. That nobody smelled peppermint like us. Right? Nobody has. And you girls been around for a while.
Just because I didn't like the products for myself, right, but I don't feel like, I wish there was a little class.
But you kind of share. We had a class at your house, and you share all the time. That's why I wanted you, because you love your product. You love, like, you had the Refer a Friend came out the week after your class. We were like, enrolled like 5 people, and next week her friend came out. One did not enroll till afterwards, so we put her through it, but it was. Oh, so that. So, yeah, so. Yeah, so the refer friend was a great way to start.
I'm gonna, okay, listen, I'm gonna take your website.
And then see.
She's enrolling. Not for real.
Oh. Here we go, take that, my enrollment and I support them. So they're getting, you don't have to support them, so that's what I like about that for a friend too, right? So that's the other thing I like to mention is they become my enrollment, so they get the support and it's not their problem. Right? They can come to me and I will automatically reach out to them because I get an email saying you share. And you can tell them, my friend, is gonna reach out to them. Okay, but that's what we stick with that, and then when you see how he is doing this, that's when you're gonna wanna talk to.
I do remember my, neighbor with her son. Right, is that they speak more Spanish.
Okay, you guys ready? Okay, 30 more seconds.
Spanish, girl.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna do it now, sorry. Oh, no, I just said 30 seconds, and then we'll regroup and then they. And then we're like.
Yeah, for that, they got quiet.
I'm trying to get back to more. Okay. How was it? How was this role play?
Anybody enroll that?
We did.
Yeah?
You made it hard on her? I love it, thank you. Leah just wants you to give her tips to run over there and get them.
I know. Yes, oh.
Yeah.
Need to start from the ground up. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so yes, how did this role playing go? Was it easier? Was it harder? Hopefully, as you're talking with your partner, that they made it a little harder on you so that you could dig a little deeper, try to use a few more nuggets in your head on, okay, how can I get him to go? Who can share their little role play with us and what happened? Did he enroll or did he not enroll?
So it was funny because when I was doing it, I was like, she was telling me she has asthma and she's got sort of, muscle or arthritis, whatever. And so I said, oh, here, then try this for your asthma. And she's like, smells really bother me. And I was like, dang it. I was like, are you open to just putting it on your chest at least? And she's like, fine. But all in all, she enrolled.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay,
It's a hard one.
She was a hard one to crack.
and did you enroll through your link?
She did.
Amazing.
And then I made her a QR code. Now she has one.
Hey, there we go.
That was very smart of you.
Yes.
That was smart.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
anyone else want to share? Can anyone else share?
Did you enroll with me?
We didn't actually get that far. We just discussed how you engage in
Yeah.
Oh,
the
the
conversation
conversation.
about
How do you start it?
Yeah.
Do you want to share with us?
Sure. I mean, we talked about like, okay, so if we met him, we know he has injuries, so of course the topic was deep blue.
Yeah.
And so we, just engaged in like, so how's your injury feeling? What have you tried so far? That didn't work? Oh, well, we have an option that might work, type of thing. So.
Yeah.
She is my very oily friend.
No, Wendy was better at it than me because I just like, I go like,
straight to the point.
Yeah,
She
she
like engages in conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that.
Happened a lot between us as well.
Yeah.
I've been a wellness advocate for quite so many years, so I went a little bit deeper than I should have. And she's newer to being a wellness advocate, so she just brought it back down and she's like, oh, that's not what I would do. I would just give him Deep Blue for the injury. Right. She simplified it perfectly. And I was
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah, like she just taught me. So.
Yeah. I love that. This is all about teaching experience.
That's the other thing is like, let's not pick on them, right?
Right.
I went to a vitamin shop to like kind of start conversation with a woman. Cause it's a sole proprietorship, and so I figured, she puked on me so much, I was overwhelmed, and I went home with a bag of samples that I haven't even touched because it was overwhelmed. So it isn't, and we always get told, don't do that to people, and
Yes.
I got it done to me the other day, and I was like, this is what they mean.
Yes. So, yeah,
Simple.
From an end user perspective, you wanna simplify it as much as possible, because this is, you don't wanna overwhelm them with technical knowledge, why do you wanna like them like, anything else gonna really help you?
Right.
They focus more on what the benefits are as opposed to the technical aspects of, what it contains and whatnot, you can get to that at a later point. But like as we were saying, and sorry to get a little geeky, but when you think about adult learning principles, you wanna think about what's it mean as a trainer and culture. So we focus more on the strategy of it, which is how we're gonna approach it. And, it's got health and sense. D2 seems to be like the go-to thing here, right?
Yeah.
The roller, have them experience it, like all the sensory experiences that they can have with it, and then work towards making them your spokesperson who in turn is going to like talk more about it. So in this case, it has a health concern. It has, is open to natural solutions. So like once you get them bored, they will just talk more about it because it has a lot of them.
Very nice.
People want personal testimony.
Yes.
You don't wanna tell them this is gonna work for you and then say, I don't know if it's gonna work. Like, I've never tried it myself, but you should try it.
Yeah.
They wanna hear personal testimony.
Yes. Exactly. Which is why you should love the product before you even talk about it. It's not that you have to sell the product, but just to even talk about the product, you have to make sure that you have your own personal experience. Now, I'm not saying to go and educate yourself on why we use Deep Blue, why we have all of the oils that we do in Deep Blue. I have not gotten that far in my 11 years, and that's not what's interesting to me. I know what it helps. I know what it does because of my personal experience. And that's all that it takes is starting from the testimony. And that is why you guys are here today, right? To learn more about the products, to get educated on them, but to find your personal testimony. Yes, Michelle.
Yeah, as far as a personal testimony goes, I started in business because of my sinuses. And someone introduced me to the lemon lavender and peppermint. And using that was like an instant reaction to me, and it was like, great, perfect, love it.
Yeah.
And I have run across, can't introduce a lot of business at work at my business. But I do have a couple people who have noticed this change in me. And one of them tried the lemon lavender and peppermint and absolutely loved it. It was great for her. The other gentleman, on the other hand, had to deal with where's the paperwork? Let me look at it.
Yeah.
What is in it? It was
Yeah.
like the two dynamics were interesting,
Yeah.
but he did come on board, and I agree with this gentleman. For me, you want to try it first. You want to make it simple. For me, it was simple to be introduced to it, which helped me to keep going with the product. To see
Yes.
what was available for me, and to find out other things that could help me with my knee and other aspects, my digestion and things that as I get older.
Yeah.
And those experiences, I don't know it all, but I know enough I can share my concepts
Yes.
with people, and we can work together at helping them where they need to go. So
Yeah.
that's the incentive I'm keeping in my head. So.
Yeah.
And the refer a friend link is amazing to do that without having to go door to door to door to door.
Yes.
You can do it right there and people reach out to me, so.
Yep. I love that. Yes.
I just have one. It's about my dad though. He was 90. So he had his own account and all his oils. So he went in for hand surgery And, when he came out, he wasn't actually supposed to be able to move it. So as soon as he came out and into the rehab room, my sister called me and she goes, D, and I said, what? She goes, Dad is asking for his oils, where are his oils? Right away, I went and gave him some lemon and he was happy about it. So when the surgeon came out, she was like, Mr. Mayfield, let me see your hand. And he was moving it and she was like, you're not even supposed to be able to move your hand because it was a 4-hour surgery.
Wow.
And she was like, you're not even supposed to be able to move your hand. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. But what we had did is even before his surgery, his wrist was hurting. So I was just applying frankincense and deep blue on that wrist. So basically what happened is when he went in for surgery, all the oils were already absorbed. So when he came out, he was still able to move.
Wow.
And he was
Awesome.
90.
That is a great testimony.
That is amazing. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you everyone for sharing all of your little nuggets. Not little, but they're big. It's simple. How you just shared it right now is so simple that it's easy to do, right? The next question that I want to focus on is how can you help Max to share? Now that Max enrolled, told you I'm manifesting all of it. How can we help him to share? The first is we can help him to grow his belief in doTERRA. So besides the products, there's other things about doTERRA that may interest him. doTERRA Healing Hands. We have another program that's called Co-Impact Sourcing that not only touches globally, but it touches here in the US as well. Offer meaningful product experiences. Just what Michelle shared. She had that simple product experience through peppermint and lavender to help her to clear up her sinus. Provide simple and relevant education. Keep it very simple. We don't want to vomit. This doTERRA was founded on a very simple strategy, which is one, just to share, have that knowledge and then to share. That's it. And then height. Know, invite, teach, empower. You have to know what you're talking about so that you can invite others to come and then to teach about it, to educate and empower about it. Okay. Okay, so we are going to stop there. Actually, I did want to point out one thing that this front group over here was talking about. Once you enroll someone as a wholesale customer, once you enroll someone with that link, I forgot to share what happens after that. Okay, so let's say that Kathy, once again, guys, this is my best friend, Kathy. Kathy enrolled me. Okay, I am a new person, but she is just a wholesale customer. So she's like, here, I just want to share with you, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And I say, hey, thanks, cool. But I want to know more about what is going on. I want to jump into the business aspect of it. Who's going to take care of me? Whoever enrolled Kathy can educate me, can help to educate me. So an email will be sent to Kathy's upline or Kathy's friend. We're going to say friend. Whoever enrolled Kathy, they're going to now take care of me. So that's what we mean by no commitment. You don't have to do anything, but we encourage you to, right? We still want you to be their friend. We still want you to be able to help them, to educate, to learn, to share more about the products. But that's what we mean about no commitment. You can share the products without having to stress out about, okay, now I have to nurture them, coddle them, I have to teach them everything. You don't have to do that. doTERRA has amazing support. You can even have them to call over to customer service. Customer service will help them. These guys have my number. I mean, I'm not saying this. These guys have my number, but if you need help, doTERRA Corporate is also here. That is the one thing that I have learned all throughout my years of being in doTERRA is that we are here to help you. whether it be through customer service, whether it be through corporate. If one of our founding executives were here, Emily Wright, she would say, just ask me. I'm happy to help. That is who we are, and that is who I love to share. Okay, so before I trap you guys into our next one, we're gonna take a little break so that we can stretch our minds, stretch our feet, and then I will see you all back in this room. Maybe 10 minutes?
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, we'll do 10
We
minutes.
have,
Yeah, if you go straight down the hall this way, for all of you guys, we have a yogurt bar, we have bagels and croissants. If you want, and some water back there if you want to grab something quick, because it's gonna be a long day, you know, through the next
Are you not sitting?
Okay. Who's ready for part two?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yes, okay. Before we dive into part two, questions. Anyone have any questions? No? Okay, I love it.
You're doing a good
Actually, I
job.
do, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't apologize, please don't.
But when, with the referral, I believe you can create links that actually are customized, so like maybe, like I have one created with all meta power, if that's what I'm trying to push.
Yes, so that is a different link that wellness advocates have.
Okay,
Yeah, so once you're a wellness advocate, you get to create specific links for specific products that you can just share from there. That is called a link generator.
okay.
Yes, so
You have
very
the names.
similar, yes.
Sorry.
Fancy, fancy. No, please, thank you so much for clarifying that and for asking. So yeah, that's just the difference between the two accounts. Wholesale customers have your referral link. That's as simple as just scanning and going or typing in going. They can purchase their own products. You can obviously advise them to buy what products is best for them. And then wellness advocates, you have a little more freedom of how you can help a certain individual to enroll. Yeah, okay. Any other questions? Okay. So our next focus, our next deep dive that we're gonna do is crafting a financial pipeline. Now, as a mom of five, it is a struggle, right? So, and I know I'm doing this again, I'm sorry. Living in California is expensive, so I will pull myself back. But because of how the world is moving and inflation going up, prices, everything is just life and craziness. doTERRA is being, once again, who is doTERRA? Oprah. Okay. I'm gonna try that again. Okay. Who's doTERRA?
Oprah.
There we go. Okay. See, I love you guys already. There are so many potentials that you can have in doTERRA on the business aspect of it, okay? So we have the refer a friend where you have no commitments, you don't have to build, you don't have to, you can literally collect a paycheck, okay? And then your upline can do all the work. Kathy, Mona, Millie, Mapu, they can do all the work, right? They got it. But if you want to start earning a little bit more, and maybe even sharing a little bit more, this is just a potential of what you could earn, okay? These are not solid numbers. These are just roundabout numbers, okay? So in doTERRA, we have different ranks. You start off with a smaller rank. The more you build, the more you share, the more you earn. Okay, so think about it that way. As an elite, this is one of our smaller ranks. You can make at least $365 a month. Okay. As a premier, you could earn about $878 a month. And these two will help you to pay for your product, okay? Ideally. We have silver, gold, platinum that can help you to supplement your income. And then we jump up to diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamond that can help you to replace your income. Oh, okay, don't touch. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There, disappears. Okay, sorry. I talk a lot with my hands, as you can see. So these two guides, I was able to snag some and bring some with me to California because this will help you in your business. This live guide is just a touching point of where you could start. It basically has the wellness pyramid broken down into simple products. Now, is this saying that you have to purchase these products, that you have to take these products? Absolutely not, right? it's your testimony, it's your experience that we want to invite you to start having first. So this live guide is a perfect starter. This build guide goes deep into the business, okay? So I think it is on page 4. Oh, no, page 6. We're gonna jump to page 6, discover the possibilities. Now, the numbers, the amounts that you see on the TV or on the screen is the same amounts that is here on page 6 and 7. But there are also other potential incomes that you can earn, right? Mona and Kathy, could you guys help me out with this next part? Okay, so on a weekly basis, what can we earn as leaders?
Fast start.
Fast start, yeah. We can earn fast start, okay? So that's one way that you can earn income with doTERRA, right? What's our next one, Kathy?
The power of 3.
Yep, power of 3. This power of 3 is very structured and it is strategically placed this way so that, one, you can earn something that's called a power of 3. So at each level of a triangle, you can earn at a different level, okay? So the deeper you build, the more income you can make. This can help you, the power of 3, if you structure it as it's inviting you to. This is how you can maximize more income, okay? So another bonus is power of 3. Mona, what's our next one?
We can get unilevel,
Unilevel.
which ends up being smallest to start and then one
Yes.
of your biggest checks to end.
Exactly. The deeper you build, the more income that you'll make. Okay? And what is, oh, yes, Mapu.
One thing I want to say about unilevel commission is the longer you stay in this game, the more you will make on that commission. So it's not worth just, committing to a year or 2 to see what it does. It's really worth it to start, stay in it, and then build that unilevel going down in your organization, because eventually that turns out to be the biggest part of your check.
Yep, exactly. What is something so cool about unilevel commissions?
doTERRA's is reverse of any other company. We pay more at the bottom. And when you're shaped like a tree, I like to say it's wide, it's wider at the bottom. So you're getting paid more from the bottom, where the others, they get paid less at top. If I got paid more at the top,
No,
why
you
am I
get paid
gonna,
less.
if I got paid more in the first level, I'm not gonna share all my customers with all my friends and stuff and putting them under them. But I am with doTERRA. They did that on purpose because they like sharing.
Yes, we love sharing because yes, we are like. Another amazing thing that I love about unilevel is that, let's just say someone does not help you to qualify. So you have a team, right? You have one big family under you. Everyone has to qualify in order to earn a commissions, right? That's how we get people to start working. If someone does not qualify, everything rolls up. Usually in other companies, they just keep it there. So let's say it's me, then Kathy, then Mona. If Kathy does not place her qualifying order, doTERRA's like, it's okay. We'll just use Mona. Everything will help you to still qualify. Okay?
They still pay out that commission.
Yes,
That's what I know.
we still pay it out. Yes.
What is a qualifying order?
Yes, thank you so much for asking that. I was actually literally just taught this in our founders retreat this past week. And someone mentioned, don't talk as if everyone knows what you're talking about, right? There are so many acronyms that we use in doTERRA and everyone's like, just go with the flow. I'll pick it up later. No, so thank you so much for pointing that out. This is a great example. If you have questions, please stop me, raise your hand, okay? So a qualifying order is when you place a 100 PV product volume order, and it has to be on our loyalty program. So our loyalty program, you purchase every single month, you earn points back. The longer you stay in this program, the more points back that you can use towards your order. Okay, any other questions? Okay, okay, perfect. Thank you for asking that. Thank you. Any other questions for anyone else? Okay, Mapu, do we have any questions from online? Okay,
Thank you.
awesome. Okay, and then our last compensation that we can earn.
Leadership bonus.
Leadership bonuses, which is just basically saying, here's more money, okay? The harder you work, we want to reward you. Because not only, this is what I was just talking about. Not only are you growing your business, but you are helping others to grow their business. What I mean by that is we have a program that's called co-impact sourcing. This is how we as doTERRA receive our oils. We help farmers out all over the world to help build their farm, to help grow it, to help with the distillation process of our oils, to get the rawness of our oils. And by doing so, our wellness advocates are sharing. From that sharing, it's going straight to the farmers. That is what I love. So another way to think about this perspective is, yes, the more I'm helping myself, the more I am helping a different family in another country. Even as wholesale customers, you're doing the same thing just by sharing. But doTERRA is so amazing at sharing that we want to share with you. So the harder you work, the more you can earn with doTERRA. Yes.
Okay, do you mind if I share about what our empowerment bonus is?
Please do.
Okay, I'm sorry, but
Take the floor. No.
Okay. So the cool thing that doTERRA came out with like a couple years ago, and I mean, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Is they call it an empowerment bonus. And so anytime you hit the rank of premier, silver or gold, you get, as long as you've enrolled somebody, you get an empowerment bonus. So no, what they do is they take a pool of money and they divide it between anybody who qualifies for this empowerment bonus, okay? So the empowerment bonus can be up to like 250. It can be as low as like sometimes 150, but as long as you've enrolled the one person, you've hit either of these ranks, you get that bonus. If you hit gold, you get 2 of them. Correct? Yeah, but you have to obviously have, 100 PV order when you do it. But to get that bonus, you only have to enroll one person. And it's like, I have on my check, I've made $600 one time on my 2 bonuses for hitting gold. So it's kind of like a good incentive to, like, when you get to the premier rank, which is 5,000 overall volume, and you have 2 legs of 2,000. And
That's too confusing.
no, I'm not gonna go, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like a big rank, but they still give you a generous amount of money just for enrolling one person. So that's it.
Yes. Thank you so much
That's
for
all.
sharing that.
That is all.
Thank you. Now I know you're gonna be like, whoa, questions. Okay, what does this mean? What does that mean? I invite you to talk to the person who invited you here today. Okay, if you can't find them because they are crazy busy running around, come and find me. I'm happy to chat. Okay. Before I move on, questions. This is the part where I'm gonna stop and ask. Okay. We're still in? Okay. Okay. Now, I am sort of an analytical freak. In doTERRA, we have something that's called the Clifton strengths. My top strength, or one of my top 5 strengths, is strategic. I have to plan things out. Maybe it's just because I'm a mom. Even when I was getting ready for today, last night, I was like, okay, what time do we have to wake up? Okay, what time does she have to wake up? Okay, what time do we have to leave? I have to plan everything out. So in order to help you to build your business, I pulled these numbers from our reporting system. And it's to help you to get a bigger picture of the potential of just the state of California, okay? This is not talking outside of California, this is just the state of California. So the retention rate that we have since 2022 is at 72%. We don't have the retention rate for 2023 just yet. So when that comes out, I'll make sure to share it with your, with these amazing ladies. Right now in the state of California, for wellness advocates and wholesale customers, there's only 110,000. Only, okay? So just imagine what the population rate of the state of California is, right? We have a big state. The saturation rate is only at 2.22%. 2.22. What does that even mean? Is that a question that some of you are thinking? What does that even mean? That means that there's still a whole ton of families that we can help. As simple as that. That means that there is still 98% roughly, right? Am I doing my math right? I'm a rounder, yeah, we'll round. I was gonna put just 2% there, but then I was like, no, we need to add the 22. Okay, anyways, but there is so much more. Stop touching. There's so much more potential out there, so many more lives that we can touch, right? Okay, now, this is the exciting part because I love talking about helping families. That is my goal. That is part of my why. So once you start getting deep into the business aspect of it, you start to rank up what we just talked about, right? You start to go higher into doTERRA because you are sharing more. At a silver level, this means that you have touched or you've empowered 921 families with essential oils. That means that you have helped 364 lives just supporting the other side of the bottle. The other side of the bottle meaning those who are working hard to create these oils for us. As a gold leader, raise your hand if you're a gold leader. Okay, as a gold leader, you have helped about 1,700 families. Okay, you have helped about 1,000 families, well, individuals on the other side of the bottle. As a platinum leader, the impact that you have made is a little more closer. I'm gonna stop talking. 6,680 lives with 4,228 lives on the other side of the bottle. Just think about that, right? Now it gets bigger as you grow with the company. I'm happy that I was able to attend our retreat this week because I was able to get a different perspective, a bigger perspective of our company. I always knew it, but I never got to see it in this light. Our focus is on our future, and what we focus on will multiply in our life. I thought of my family and I went back to my why. I went back to these individuals in my life. Without them, I am nothing. Without doTERRA to help me to support them, I am nothing. Now, I'm not saying that I give my life to doTERRA, not at all. But doTERRA has helped me in that sense. So right now, we're going to take 2 minutes. And I invite you to write down your why. Why did you get started with doTERRA? Why did you purchase doTERRA? Why are you here today to learn about doTERRA, to even come to this business class? And I want to encourage you to look at that why throughout the rest of the day, throughout the rest of the week, throughout the rest of your month. Okay, so go ahead and take 2 minutes for that. And we'll take about 30 more seconds. Okay. And does anyone want to share their why with us?
I will. Well, you want to share first? No. Well, mine it's kind of simple because it changes as it goes, right? So my why, I started because I was trying to find something to help my father's back. He had herniated discs and arthritis up his spine, and the doctor said, here's your opioids, here's your morphine. Long story short, he didn't want to take it. I went to the Smoky class, it worked. And then we started using it in our homes, and I realized how it can change lives. And I actually left my job to be able to pursue this further. And now now I'm seeing the other end of it, the earning potential, and I want to be able to retire my husband who worked his butt off all these years for me to be a stay-home mom. You know, and that's my why now. It changes as you go though.
Yeah, it does.
You know, it just changes.
It does. Thank you for sharing that.
I'm looking at it from a little bit of a different perspective. I absolutely positively believe in doTERRA. I mean, it does amazing things for me. But I have a passionate project that I'm working on for myself right now, that I've been trying to do for a long time. I'm in real estate and I have a website and I'm building it about development. Anyway. But part of what's in this website is, you know, how homeowners can live better lives. And so what I'm thinking is incorporating both of them to come together to have a look at, can I do a page on my website with doTERRA and say, this is how you can, and that kind of thing. And so those are the things that I'm kind of thinking of, is just incorporating it into my world.
Yeah.
In addition, and then I'm gonna Mona build the business. Like the referrals and pay for my stuff
Yes.
and do that while I'm doing this.
Yes.
Because this is my passion.
Yeah.
But yet I'm also passionate about doTERRA at the same time, so if I can build them all together.
Yeah.
I just think that would be cool, but that's because I love this and I share it with people. I gave it to my daughter and I just said, try this. My grandkids were having problems sleeping and I said, here's your diffuser, here's your Serenity and lavender and the good things and the frankincense. I said, just do this, and instantly they were sleeping better. I'm like, you're like, hello, hello. And her hair was falling out, so I gave her rosemary and
Yeah.
Mom, why didn't you tell me about this earlier?
Yeah.
So that's my, is I wanna share it. I don't wanna necessarily do the business.
Yeah.
That's fine, Wendy, we got you.
Okay, good. So here to learn opportunities on how I can share it on my level.
I love that.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think I saw a hand here first and then we'll go to you, Michelle. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna just say health.
Yeah.
And like Kathy had said, is that things change
Yeah,
over time too. I mean, your whys change, so.
yeah,
Health, my family's health, and possible retirement later.
yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Michelle?
Mine was pretty much the same as hers. It started with my health,
Yeah.
sharing it with people who experienced the same thing. And yeah, and to be able to retire and have a source of income that I have now, because I'm
Yes.
still working and still have later, but enjoy life to some level.
Yeah.
But I did want to comment to her, your real estate, do you show homes? I do a little bit of everything. Because I thought maybe if you do that, then maybe you could have different, diffusers. Serenity in the bedroom to make it that scent when you walk in, the relaxation. And maybe put their mind in different areas, lemon in the kitchen, you know, or citrus or orange or whatever to give you, your body go through different senses. And then they'll ask, what is that? What is that?
Yeah,
And then you have the doTERRA there on the way out to, hey. That's a good idea.
yeah. Thank you.
So one of our participants on Zoom said she shares doTERRA because she wanted a better choice in helping with her RA. So rheumatoid arthritis, right? And also non-toxic living for her family.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that.
So my why, I'm a real estate appraiser, which is how I know Sherry, that's why we have this office. But one of the things like with my business is that I feel like sometimes I'm so glued to my computer all the time, even when we travel. Ask Dulcie every time. So for me, I like the idea of freedom to move where I want, if I want to, or to buy what I want.
Yeah.
To travel when and where I want, and also to eventually be able to buy real estate to like flip houses. That's like my dream. I can't wait. That's like something I really want to do. So to be able to make enough money to not have to like, oh God, how are we gonna do this? Like,
Yeah.
oh, we can do this. Like, let's do it.
Yeah,
So that's my.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much all for sharing. There are many different whys, but I also do believe that as we are sharing our why, we're not only manifesting it, but we're also pulling new ideas to help us to build our why, right? I have known Mona, Kathy, Maku, and Millie for many of years, many of years. And I will have to say that meeting them, and not only them, but meeting the leaders in doTERRA, meeting you folks even right now, has helped me to grow my why, to be very, very honest. I love traveling. I love what I do. Traveling is hard on our family because we have our 5 little ones, but I'm able to bring my daughter with me. But I love being able to travel and to share the message of doTERRA. I'm not only sharing with you folks, but you folks are helping to pour into my cup. So really, you folks are all part of my why as well. It keeps growing. There's a plethora for me of my why. So as doTERRA is Oprah to you folks are Oprah to me because of what you folks give me. So thank you. Okay. Past the emotional part, let's keep moving. I know, we'll just keep it together. Okay, so Mookie. I love my daughters. Okay, so this is loyal customer Mookie. Right now, we're gonna start talking again. We just have a few more minutes, so we're gonna try and speed it up, okay? So maybe instead of talking, I want you guys to think about it really quick, okay? So this is Mookie. Mookie loves doTERRA. He believes in the products, consistently orders each month. He talks about it often. But he is just,
That's me.
that is most of us in this room, let's be honest, right?
My little Mookies.
That is most of us, yes. We're all Mookies in some sort right now. So the next question that I want you to answer in your head is, how can I help the person next to me to believe in themselves, to believe in building a business, to believe in sharing a little bit more? If we're not interested in the business, how can we help them to grow a little bit more so that they can just make that little bit of income, right?
Enough to pay for them.
Exactly, enough to pay for the oils. Okay, think about that for a little bit. What is that next step that we can help them with? And because we love acronyms in doTERRA, we're gonna use KITE for this. We're gonna know their needs and what ignites them. We're gonna learn their love language. My 5 kids all have different love languages. Yeah. My daughter that's with me right now, she's my middle child. Her love language is gifts. She loves to receive gifts. Yesterday we went to Target, about broke my bank, but she loves giving gifts as well. She drew me a little picture last night and I about sobbed in my bed and I was like, okay, bank account, you'll be okay. Cause this picture makes it all worth it. Maybe we can sell it on Etsy or something. I don't know. But love languages, learn them. Learn them about your customers. Learn them about the person that you are talking with, right? You can hold a small little conversation to understand them, to understand what they're interested in. Then invite them to share. Teach them how to refer a friend. Teach them about the business. We all learned a little bit about that today. And then empower them to succeed. You can totally do this. And I'm not saying that just to our loyal customer Mookie, I'm saying that to you. You can totally do this. We have many of different opportunities all around us each and every single day, right? We can even start with our little kids. My kids go to school every single day with Thinker. That's one of our child blends. And they roll it on their heads every single day. I swear they can run their own business. They can talk about the oils anytime, any place. My little 18-month-old, who's not 18 months, almost 2, she always grabs Serenity when it's time for bed and she rubs it all over them because of the simple education. That's where you can start. And you can do it too. Okay, just a little bit more analytics, sorry. We have an up and coming rising generation, right? Gen Z. A lot of the questions that I get is, Leah, how can I even start to share with them? How can I understand them? Well, here's a little bit about them, what they're interested in, what their worries are. Okay, so in September 2022, 1,055 Gen Zs were surveyed about their mental health. That is a huge one. Those who responded were between ages 18 to 24 with an average of 22. Gen Z is worried about the future. Nearly 90% of them feel like their generation has not been set up for success, sorry. 75% of them feel that they have a disadvantage compared to other generations. Their top mental health condition is anxiety and depression. 42% of them have already been diagnosed with that condition. 57% are currently taking medication for their mental health condition. What can we do right now with depression, with anxiety? Sorry, this is not compliant. I encourage compliant, but I also go off grid, so I apologize. We're gonna cut this out of the recording, please. Thank you. But what is one thing that we know? What is one product that we know that can help with depression? Adaptive. Oh, yeah. Good job, you guys. Adaptive. Right? Oh, yeah. That is our home runner. 87% of Gen Z feels comfortable about talking about mental health with others. Simple conversation to get them started. And I say simple very lightly because I also know it's very hard to talk about depression. Some of the biggest Gen Z concerns have to do with finance and work. What is the one program that we just learned about that is simple, that is a simple tool that you can use? Refer a friend, yes. We just learned about refer a friend. Why not share about it, right? Why not share this tool? More than 3 in 5, which is 66%, about 66%, do not feel financially stable. 50% do not feel ready to join the workforce. We have a lot of that at doTERRA, so we have work at home. Overall, 89% of Gen Z, they're worried about their personal finances. 70% are concerned about the economy, as we all are. Other concerns at the top of the mind of Gen Z are personal health and mental illness, the environment, and politics. So at the top being mental health. How can we help to create that space, right? Do I have another one? Oh, yes, okay. So now what are we gonna do, right? We have all of this information. What are the next steps? How can I move my business forward? What are the next steps if I'm not interested in the business, right? So get clear. Take a good inventory of your customer pool, get to know their needs and their interests. Customer pool can either be anyone who is on your team if you're a wellness advocate, understanding their love language, or customer pool outside of doTERRA. Who's willing to learn? Who's willing to try our products? Who is like Max Muncy and who is interested, ready to take a deep dive, but just needs a little help, right? Consider tuning in on one customer type at a time. So maybe just focusing on one love language at a time, okay? Prioritize your height. Know, invite, teach, empower. Prioritize that. By focusing on first customers that are most likely to share. Create a list. Then set meaningful goals. This one, find an accountability partner. Yes, we have accountability partners within ourselves, but if we don't have someone with us to help us along the way, we won't get that far. We have amazing accountability partners here. These two are amazing accountability partners, Mapu and Kathy. Evaluate your efforts. We are all doing the best that we can, friends. Just keep pushing. Right now, the most that you can do is being here, learning to take a deeper dive, right? Now, what are we going to do with that deeper dive? Now, what are we going to do with information that we have today? Okay. So to wrap it up, I hope that this training has helped you to gain a little bit more about our doTERRA business. If you are wanting to learn more and take even a deeper dive and speak the language that Mona has spoken to us today, please, please, please reach out to those who have invited you to this business training class. Okay. And like I said, if they are running busy around, you're more than welcome to come and talk to me. We can chat. If you need an accountability partner, I'm happy to help you. Okay. It might make Millie a little jealous, but it's okay. We won't tell her, right? Just don't tell her. Okay. But I think that's it. So thank you so much for having me, guys.
Leah, thank you for flying in just for this, guys, and gifting us with all the gifts that she's given and supporting us. This is the second, so the joke is Mapu, Millie, Mona all to begin with them. So now I'm the fourth M, Mapu, Millie, Mona, and myself. But now this is our fifth M because her last name. Yeah, that. Starts with an M, so there's the 5 M's. I love it. But thank you so much. We sincerely love it and appreciate you.
Yes, very good.
Yeah. So I think now, what's the plans right now?
Yeah.
Everybody can go eat again, chit chat. I'm gonna have you speak with Randeep
Yes.
and then,
And then you
I
can
have a room back
sit in the
here.
Shinrin yoga room if you want.
Yes, so we have this beautiful Shinrin yoga room.
Oh, yeah, you get to go.
right? So
Yeah.
you're going to Pennsylvania, I haven't
Yeah,
been there.
yeah,
So you get to see the other side.
That's how she got. Oh, oh,
Okay, go ahead.
oh, what, can she, trying to take my thunder?
No, I'm not.
No.